Hello, boys and girls. For your Tuesday theme book, it was supposed to be Lily's Big Day. Now, I do not have that book. I don't own it personally. I would usually have borrowed it from another teacher or the library, but since we are all at home, I'm sorry I do not have that book to share. But if you look it up online on YouTube, I am sure it is there of other teachers sharing that story. So, Lily's Big Day, you'll have to find on your own. But for Wednesday's story, it is called A Weekend with Wendell. And, first for Wednesdays, I wanted to do Wemberly Worried. Wemberly Worried. And remember, this author is Kevin Henkes. And a lot of his characters are mice in his story here. So Wemberly Worried is today's story with another mouse character. So I'll go ahead and get started. I love the illustration on this one. At school, we use watercolors to make a big circle like this with water paint and create our own picture. So that's a craft idea that you could do at home with your mom or dad. If you have paint or watercolor paint, it's a fun activity to do, art activity. Wemberly worried about everything. Hope you're getting comfortable to watch the story today. Big things. I wanted to make sure you were still here. Little things. And things in between. Mama, what if I shrink? Wemberly worries about everything. Spilled drink, worried in the bathtub. Lots of worries. Wemberly worried in the morning. She worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Now, what does it mean to be worried about something? Do you know? Like you're nervous or you're anxious or you don't know what's going to happen. You just worry all the time, and sometimes it makes people upset. You might cry a little bit. You might just be quiet. You might want to avoid people. So Wemberly worries. We try not to worry because it can cause a lot of heartache. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on our house? Don't worry about that. And the crack in the living room wall. And the noise the radiator makes. What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? What if there's a snake inside? Worries. At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. Too rusty, too loose, too high. Worries about how the playground equipment works. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? I found her, sweetie. Petal's lost forever. I'll wait for you, Petal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. So sometimes when people get nervous or worried, they like to get a hug, or maybe I like to get tickles on my arm. If you worry, it makes you feel better. You want something to comfort you, like your blanket or your teddy bear or a certain toy you have. So she uses her Petal stuffed animal as her worry toy to help her feel better. On her birthday, Wemberly, guess what? Worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. Look at all the friends that showed up to her party. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. This is the best present ever. I wish I had my birthday today. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. She wanted to be the only butterfly for the Halloween parade party, and she was worried that there'd be others. I don't see any other butterflies, do you? And it's okay if you have the same costume as someone, then you guys can be twins. It could be a whole bunch of butterflies. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. And that's okay if you're the only one. You get to be all by yourself and be different and unique. Nothing to worry about. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Soon, Wemberly had a new worry. School. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. So Wemberly's never been to school before. Starting soon. When you first came to school, did you have a little bit of worries? Yeah. Or maybe when you doing school at home, do you worry a little bit? Maybe mom and dad worries about how they're supposed to get everything done. But just take your time and know everything will be okay. And it said, I love school, said Mom. Oh, look at this page. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? What if the room smells bad? Look at all those question marks. Question marks mean you worry, you're wondering. One question after another. Oh, look at this. What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? What if I have to cry? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly what? Worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. All the way to school, she worried. Hopefully I woke you up. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Can't see it on that. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, Wemberly, there is someone I think you should meet. Her name is Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. Do you see her? I think she's right there. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. Kind of like this. This is Petal, said Wemberly. This is Niblet, said Jewel. They introduced their stuffed animals to each other. They look like they both worry a little bit. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. Hi, said Petal. Hi, said Niblet. I rub her ears, said Wemberly. I rub her nose, said Jewel. So on her stuffed animal, she rubs its nose when she's worried. And it's a cat. I know many of you like cats. Throughout the morning, Wimberly and Jules sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Look at the stuffed animals down there. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. "Come back tomorrow," called Mrs. Beecham as the students walked out the door. Look at them side by side. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. "I will," she said. "Don't worry." And everybody's happy and dancing. Mom and Dad were happy. The little girl had a good day at school, and there was nothing to worry about. Everything will be okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this story. I'm going to upload a new video, and I'll try to get a few more done as well. Miss you all. Have a good one, and don't worry. Everything will be okay.